Hey everyone, it's Bill, Sean back at another video, and we're back on another account takeover for DTMSaucy here. And this is going to be another Queen 12 takeover, and perhaps some Void Tower and such for Void Tower 100. Try to beat that, and just get them all around set up for continuing on the game. This is oftentimes what I see a common issue is once you really get through that first dungeon, the whole rest of the game becomes easier for a lot of people. But it really is trying to figure out that first dungeon. And right here, we have a Gangelo, we have a double Ascension Hakrin, we have a Rodira build, we have everything that we should need. We have a 6-star Santis here. We have everything here that we need in order to really crush a Queen 12 comp. And we have the potential for making speed comps because of Gangelo later on. So let me know if you are enjoying these account takeovers and the videos in the comments down below. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And let's jump into the first thing, which is building out our Queen 12 comp. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going to be using Gangelo, Hakrin, Santis, and Rodira for our first comp here. And we're going to go ahead and de-gear everyone here. And as I've been mentioning in the videos, I just de-gear for personal preference, and this is immediately this is why we're struggling. We have attack percentage on Gangelo, attack percentage. This is no way we're going to be able to beat Queen 12 with attack percentage gear. It's just not going to happen. So we're going to unequip everything. We'll be back once we finish off the de-gear here. So as I was going through the account, I noticed a couple of really important and glaring things. We had Gangelo and attack percentage gear. We had defense percentage on some of our attack characters, and then we had some of our best pieces down here on like Antinua, who's 4-star not being used right now. The 6-star rage set that we got from the quest, some of the pieces were on Antinua here, which is a massive detriment to your account without putting them on Second Ascension Nathalia or the Valeria that we have here. Those are super important. So super important that we manage our gear properly here. That's going to be our biggest thing and prevent us from really hitting those higher numbers. So real quick, we're just going to check out on our glyphs. We have most of our glyphs here on Gangelo. We have most of our glyphs here on Hakrin. We have a little bit of improvement with the defense and the HP here. And then we have Santis. This is a character we kind of need all of our glyphs on, and we have most of them. We're missing the defense one, which could hurt us. And then Rodira here. Okay, we can drop this glyph on her real quick, which will help us quite a bit. Let's just see. Okay, we cannot put any of the other glyphs on, which could hurt us a little bit. But overall, we have Second Ascension Hakrin, we have Santis and Gangelo. I think this should be a slam dunk in regards to Queen 12. And we're going to start off with Santis Gearing here. All right, so here we are. We're going to gear out Santis. I did remove all the gear because even on our damage dealers, we were finding like this piece, for example, is on Valeria, which actually could come in great deal of value for Hakrin here. So I just went ahead and removed it all because I think we could get some really solid pieces on those other characters. Also, I did move over the camera again to the right side for the account takeovers. Let me know if you like it because I know some of you wanted to see the gearing on the left-hand side and just see the stats. So went ahead and did that again. So we're here. HP percent is the first thing we're going to look for. This one has 17% focus. This is a great piece. It does have 22% attack, which is quite a bit, actually. But I don't think we're going to find a better piece. This is really solid. It's unfortunate that it does have a couple rolls into attack percentage here. We have, wow, very little HP percent rings here. Look for HP percent over here as well. And not too many great pieces. This is probably going to be our best piece, Vanguard piece. We have a Terra set here, but we're going to go ahead and use that. Really low on pieces here. This is HP percent. This is a really good rage set, though. I don't really want to use that on Santis here. This has HP focused defense. I am going to use that, though. But that puts us at a crazy high attack number because of the warrior set and a plus 12 6-star piece. So maybe we don't do that, and maybe we use this one instead, which is no warrior set and a 5-star piece. So here we are. We can use this, perhaps. Let's just look over here. This one gives HP percent. That's 22 HP percent, which is pretty massive. And then we can run another HP percent piece here. Maybe you run something over here. I kind of want to save the Terra set, to be honest. We'll run this one. It's It's a 4-star piece, though. Not a huge fan of that. Let's run it. Guess we won't see the Terra set for someone else. 16k HP, almost 1k defense. Pretty solid. We would have liked that defense a little bit higher, but remember, we are missing some of the glyphs here. But overall, that should be fine. And then we also have Second Ascension Hacker, which will help us quite a bit. And then we're going to go ahead and gear out our Hakrin next. Gangelo and Rodira are positive affinities, so I'm not worried about that at all. Defense percentage, again, this is our only 6-star defense percent boots, which is why I removed them from Valeria, because this is going to be way more helpful to Hakrin here. Defense percentage, again, over here. This one actually is a 6-star piece, and it has focus and speed, which are both stats that are desirable on Hakrin. We're not going to use these pieces down here at all. I'm going to upgrade this to +9 here. We're going to need it if we want Santis to survive here. Rolled attack percentage, which is perfect. We need it because of Santis having such high attack percentage rolls on her pieces. So let's see. We actually probably will need attack percentage over here as well. So we might want to look for that, honestly, which is kind of awkward. This one is a Vanguard piece and is an attack percentage. I'm inclined to upgrade this one. Let's take this to +9 real quick. We ended up rolling agility and flat defense, which are great rolls here. Look for defense percentage over here as well. This one has attack percentage. It's a +8 piece. Let's take this to +9 real quick. And just see if it rolls defense percentage, attack percentage. Roll attack percentage. I'm liking that. I am liking that. So let's see defense percentage over here. Maybe we can get a Vanguard set. Maybe we can't. Let's just see here. This one has 14% defense, but this one's a 6-star piece, and it's got flat attack. But I mean, they have about the same flat attack. So we'll try this one here. Attack percentage or defense percentage over here. Again, this one has a really high HP percent roll. We're gonna save that for Rodira. This one has attack percentage. We're gonna use this one because it's got attack percentage as well. We're gonna lock that in and just compare the attack percentage numbers or the attack numbers here, because Hakrin had about 1679 and Santis has 1564. So we're good on that front. Next, we're gonna gear out Rodira, and Gangelo is gonna be last. Not too worried about Gangelo here. We can run a mix of HP and defense percentage, except I'm going to use that on Gangelo because focus there, which is super nice. Maybe we upgrade this piece. Let's just see here. This one has agility, has flat HP, which is things that we want, but we would really like a Terra set. Let's just see where other pieces land here. This one's HP percent. I'm going to put this on Rodira. We really want triple HP percent here on Rodira. If we do not, we're going to reduce the healing by a lot, and it has flat HP as well. Look for HP percent over here. Also, we're going to look at the other pieces first, and the reason for that is we're going to decide whether or not we need a Terra set or not. This one has I don't really like that piece too much. It has flat defense, it's got focus, it's got HP percentage. I want to save this for a damage dealer later on. I don't want to completely remove any chance. We're going to use this piece, and because we want to save the other one for Gangelo. This one has 10% HP. Okay, I like that. This one has, what, 22% HP? Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and run a Terra set here, because that's going to give us the most value. So Terra set and then Terra set. We're going to keep this one for Gangelo. It's got a high focus roll. We're going to take this one up to +9 here. We're going to need some extra stats on Rodira because Santis is quite low on defense here. And then we're going to take this one up to +6. So let's do that real quick. Whoops, +6 there. Let's remove that. There we go. 17% HP. Hopefully we roll flat HP. Roll resistance, which is fine. So we got 12k HP, which is a little on the lower side. But again, we don't have the glyphs finished. Got to make sure our abilities are finished, though, and that's going to make us almost impossible to beat this run. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to just run a couple of these dungeon runs real quick to try and get these glyphs or these abilities maxed out, because we're definitely not going to be able to beat Queen 12 without those abilities maxed. But I'm going to gear out Gangelo here. Actually, we should check Hakrin as well. Okay, so his abilities are maxed out. We're going to go ahead and try to max out Rodira's abilities. It should take a couple of runs. I'm not too worried about that. But real quick, we're going to gear out Gangelo first. This one has the 17% focus run. We're going to run that. Look for an HP percent here. We do not have pretty much anything here, so we're going to go for defense percentage. And we may run this, actually, because we have quite a few Raptor pieces. We're going to look at HP percent here. This one is probably going to be our best bet. Let's just see if we have any defense percentage with high HP rolls. This is a Terrasap. I'm not super into any of these pieces. We're going to go with this, and then we're going to go back and upgrade them. Look for focus here. This one has 9.5% focus. Let's see here. Maybe we should run this. It has high attack, high precision, and high crit rate. I kind of want to use that for a damage dealer, honestly. This one has HP, focus, and defense. Let's run that. Send in a Terrasap. We need to be careful, though, about not getting too much attack here. This one has 10.5%. Okay, I like that. Run more focus here. This one has pretty much everything that we want. HP percent, focus percent, and then this, maybe we should run defense percentage. And do we have a Raptor set? I mean, we really don't need it. We're just going to run this. I don't think we need to upgrade any of the other pieces. We're going to take this to +6, though, because it's so easy to take it to +6. So we're going to do that real quick. Hopefully we roll like focus, double focus or something. We roll attack and defense, whatever. Doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go ahead and get those abilities maxed out on Rodira, or at least her healing skills maxed out. And then we're going to come back and try our first couple of queen attempts. So I almost got all of our abilities that they just swapped over. So I cannot finish off this last ability. Unfortunately, all of them went into the basic first. Happens. But this should be good enough for us to, kind of get to where we're going, at least to get to Queen 12. Once we get to Queen 12, all that needs to be done is improve the gear, maybe improve the glyphs, maybe improve the abilities. But once we get the stage set, that'll be great for Saucy here. So we're going to go ahead and beat stage 9, 10. I'm going to skip those ones. Those ones are pretty explanatory for a lot of you. Oh, I actually just forgot to swap out Zatlux. That's one of the reasons why we're stuck on stage 8, is because we were using Zatlux instead of a healer here. But there should be no issues realistically until we at least reach stage 11. That's when I think we're going to reach our first type of complication, if at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip ahead to that part, and I will be back and show you those runs. So here we are at the end of stage 10. Just wanted to quickly show you this one. Pretty healthy overall. Hakrin's tanking, not too many troubles. We're going to go ahead and head into stage 11 here and check that one out. Again, I'm not super concerned about 11. I think we should be able to beat this pretty much no problems. The 12 is really what I'm concerned about, and specifically that first wave. If we can get through that first wave consistently, I think we're going to be fine. But definitely getting through that first wave is going to be the troubling part here. But we do have some characters that are going first in front of the crabs, at least, so we can get that water prison out. And with Gangelo's and Santis' skills on, we could definitely clear out the waves much faster than we would be able to using Valuk or, Rock or someone like that. So, which is quite nice. So I'm going to let this play out, see if we actually end up failing here, and I will skip to that part, or I will skip to the end of the boss fight, because I really just want to see stage 12 in action. So here we are on the boss fight, and really the one to look out for is Santis. As you can see here, she is quite low, and pretty much whether or not Santis survives this is a good indication of whether or not we're going to be winning often. Now, Gangelo can absolutely solo the rest of the boss himself, so if that comes down to it, Gangelo can definitely do it, but we would definitely like Santis to survive here. So this is still Queen 11 though, and we would like to see her survive because Queen 12 will be much more difficult, but it's looking okay for now. And I will hop to either a critical point or when we actually finish the boss. So I actually just saw Santis die there, and as you can see on your screen now, she is dead. Which, isn't that big of a deal here because, as I said, Gangelo can absolutely solo it. But we definitely want her to survive for these runs to be, honestly, a little bit quicker, but also more consistent because We may have Gangelo die in Queen of Tides 12 as well. As you can see, they are getting quite low. So maybe we either upgrade Gangelo's gear in order for it to be more consistent, or we upgrade both Gangelo and Santis's gear. We'll have to see. I am going to run Tides 12 before we make any changes, just to see where we're at. Because honestly, it might be that Gangelo is able to just solo carry this without any changes to the gear, which would be perfect. And we're going to go ahead and see. But this is definitely going to be a success. Not too worried about this. As I said, because Gangelo's wood element, we're never going to have him die pretty much before Santis. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead until we try Queen of Tides 12, and I will meet you there. So here we are on 12. We're going to go ahead and run it real quick, see how much damage we're taking from the first wave. I think we should be okay in the first wave. It's really the boss fight that I'm worried about. But, you know, I mean, these crabs can hit hard, and if they all target Santis, it's definitely possible that we could lose here. Making sure we're hitting the elite on the right first, and then the boss. And you can see there already they're going for Santis, and she's taking quite a bit of a chunk, so definitely looking like we will probably have to upgrade her gear. Definitely need to finish off Rodira's skills. We're only 3 ability crystals away, so that shouldn't be too hard. But we're going to go ahead and let this play out. I'm going to come back when we either get to the boss fight or die, because it might happen during some of these waves. All right, so we just got to the boss fight, and we are reasonably healthy. Again, Santis is on the lower side, and I wouldn't be surprised if she dies. But honestly, I think that we'll win, just because of how strong Gangelo is. Really, we just have to get through this right ad. Once you get through the right ad, the rest of the boss fight's much easier. Because not only are we not getting joint attacked all the time, but also we're going to start using that water prison on the boss, which will remove a lot of the damage because she'll have lost positive effect. So we're going to keep going at this. I'm going to skip ahead until we get close to ending the fight, or if someone dies here. So here we are. We're getting to the end of Queen 12 here, and Santis ended up surviving. But again, I think if she died, we would have no problems beating this. Oh, there the boss lives at 1%. But again, I don't think this is actually pretty consistent. If I were to guess, I think we'd probably win 90-95% of the time. It really just depends on whether or not they're targeting Gangelo, because Gangelo can absolutely solo the boss at the end, but there's Queen of Tides 12. So really exciting. And we're going to go ahead and transition into trying to beat this Void Tower floor 100. So we're going to go ahead and gear up some characters for that. All right, so we have to figure out what we want to bring in for Void Tower. And the first impressions I would suggest is Windstrex is just an excellent character. We can build her full speed in preparation for Arena. And then Brand, who's also an excellent character here. And we can build him in conjunction with Windstrex. And then we can pull up some damage dealers. We can use a mix of Valeria, Nathalia, and Zalux. We should probably build all 3 of them out, just in case. But using Windstrex, Brandon, and 2 damage dealers would probably be good. Or we could just use Windstrex plus 3 damage dealers. It really depends. But we're going to first start off with Windstrex here. We're going to go for the maximum amount of speed. We really do not care about anything else. So just the highest speed we have possible, which means we're going to be dumping all of the speed gear on her. Looking for secondary speed here. Hopefully we have Raider sets. Okay, perfect. We do not want to upgrade too much for her because of the fact that we do not have any gear charms left. So now we're going to look for Raider set. We can just put that on. It doesn't really matter at this point. Go ahead and drop that. Puts her at 201 speed, which is actually pretty solid. So we're going to keep that for now. And then we're going to work on Valeria. And actually, we should probably do Brand first. Because his gear isn't used for anyone else. So we're going to look for speed here as well. And I guess we should, let's just see. I want to get reminded how many gear charms we actually have. So we have a decent amount. Again, it's not too many. But this is the only 5-star speed boot we actually have. So I'm going to upgrade this to plus 9 here. Just so we have enough speed so that Brand is actually going first. And we're done with the 4-star pieces actually. So I can start getting rid of those. We're going to look for HP percent here. That's right, we have no HP percent. What about over here? Again, no HP percent. So maybe we actually, forego Brand for the time being, and we work on some other characters in conjunction with Windstrex. I think that's the best idea here. So because we don't have like any HP percent or defense percent gear realistically, we're just going to gear out the damage dealers, and then maybe some point in the future when Saucy has kind of farmed up some of the Queen 12, we can kind of transition into building out a Brand for him. So 39% attack. Let's just use these boots here. Nice speed, nice precision, crit rate. All perfect. We're not going to get a crit damage ring here. Crit rate. It looks like we're just going to build out maybe 2.5 damage dealers because we have basically the initial sets. I'm looking for 6-star pieces immediately. This one has 12% crit rate. It's perfect. Actually, let's go back to that weapon here. Crit rate. This one. So this one actually is the speed and precision one, which I actually really like. And it's a 6-star piece as well, which also is really, really solid. Let's try to put this on as well. That'll give us the Raider set or the Rage set here. Maybe we could go with a lower crit rate here. Maybe like attack percentage or crit damage. Do we have any crit damage ones here? Not really. Let's just see here, actually. This is equipped on Hakrin. Okay, that's why I was looking for that one. This one's equipped on Gangelo. Okay, this is fine. We're a little over on the crit rate, but should work fine here. And then we're going to build out our Nathalia as well. And we're just going to use everything that we have on her. Let's see here. This is the next best. This is the warrior set that you get from campaign. So this is just going to be the campaign gear realistically, which is completely fine. It's great gear for the earlier game. And we could probably just use all of the campaign gear here. This has 3% crit rate, so let's just go look. This one has 9. This one has 7. Let's go and keep looking. This one's crit rate as well. This one has 7%. Okay. Let's just use the highest amount of crit rate possible then. Let's see here. There we go. All right. 75% crit rate. Perfect. And then let's move on to... Maybe we just use this and we forget about Zatlex for the time being. Because it's going to be quite hard to gear about. So let's go ahead and just run Void Tower here. Want some help with this one floor. I don't mind doing a couple floors for you all, but definitely don't want to do the whole Void Tower. So we're going to do this. We're going to run Hakrin here. We're going to run defense down as well. Stun spell is fine. We're going to run Hakrin because obviously we don't really have any characters geared right now, and Hakrin just provides so much in regards to tankiness. So this will be run perfectly. And we can go ahead and slow down this owl back here. Go ahead and ult, and this should just finish off most of the wave. As long as we don't get deflected. Nice, and then we can just go to use our second skill now. Perfect. Hakrin can stack up the max HP. And we're going to go ahead and just skip ahead to the boss fight, because this is pretty much going to repeat itself, because Valeria resets our cooldowns. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so here we are on the boss stage, and this one is a little tough, but definitely nothing that we can't handle. We're going to go ahead and put the defense down first off. Go ahead and ult. CC is the troubling factor here. If CC survives, then we absolutely lose. So we're going to go ahead and use the stun spell, even though it immunes. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the ability immune, so we can go ahead and ult here. We're going to try this strategy first. It might be that we don't have enough damage with just the characters that we have available, so you might actually try a different strategy next time. But we're going to get an ult here with Nathalia, and hopefully we crit on CC. We did not, but that's okay, because CC probably will heal William here. That was to be expected. And then we can go ahead and refresh Valeria's ult, and then go ahead and taunt CC. Alright, this looks like a success to me. We can go ahead and ult again on Nathalia, just to see, maybe we crit, maybe we don't. We actually didn't get deflected, but we didn't get crit on the CC, so let's just see if Urzag's actually going to kill us off here. He's probably going to kill Valeria here between his ult and his second hit here. That's fine. Should be still okay. We'll see, though. Once we get rid of William, Urzag is going to go much, much less. Try to get the speed down. We ended up getting it, so let's go ahead and just smack here. We can ult again, because she's constantly refreshing her cooldowns. And this looks like a pretty much success first attempt. Pretty nice. I think this battle is definitely very, very easy if you have some 60s in place. Once you have a couple 6 stars, this battle is kind of trivialized. But you definitely need a couple of 6 stars before you are gonna, or at least 1 6-star before you're gonna tackle this one. So gonna go and smack Urzak here, and that is Tower 100 completed. And Saucy did say that we should pull the shard, so we're gonna go and pull the shard and see what we get. There's not much else we can do for this account. We are completely out of gear, realistically. We do not have any gear charms pretty much left, so there's hard unlocked. Definitely cool. Let's go ahead and pick up that shard, and let's go ahead and just summon it real quick. Oop, that is Void Tower hard. Trying to go into normal here. Get that ancient summoning crystal. Come on. Let's hope for a, I would say Gangelo, but he's already got a Gangelo, so I'm kind of not sure what we should pull. So let's see here. Maybe if we get an Evra, that'd be kind of cool. Another Ciara would be cool. That would be, all of those would be awesome. No legendary, but we did get a Bruzak. Okay. Not the greatest, but definitely worthwhile. He is solid, and he's also used for fusion. So there you go. We ended up doing some pretty significant progress. We went from Queen 8 to 12. We re-geared everyone pretty much. And then we also beat Void Tower 100. So hopefully this gets Saucy to a place where he can start farming his own gear and then just gear up his own units over time and be able to push much farther. So if you do want your account taken over, let me know in the Discord and I will try to add you to the list. It's definitely very large list at this point. So I am trying to get to everyone, but you all are asking faster than I can finish them. So definitely trying to manage them. But if I don't get to yours in a couple weeks, don't worry, I still have you on the list. So thank you for watching. And if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you for the next one.